All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful evening. We got a special watch list once again, and we are doing this one live. We've been doing it all of 2024, but now the difference is today is only Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. Wednesday. I've usually been doing these on Thursday, and tomorrow is the last day of the week. So don't forget, it is a holiday. That is why the market has been so slow, but today it woke up a little bit. We are on track for all-time highs, and honestly, it might be a very interesting day tomorrow, but now we are ending the quarterly rebalance. You see the evidence of it the last couple of days, even today, but we are wrapping up a very big quarter. It's pivotal. If you didn't know what to think last year in 2023, well, now you've gone through a quarter of 2024, and I still don't know if people know what to think or not, Chad, but we got a lot of things to talk about. I have the recap. I have the plays, all the good stuff. So if you're used to the normal watch list, I have all of that. So do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you guys are subscribed, and if you don't know, my friend, my brother, we are live. My brother. Oh wait, where is he? Is it right here? Okay, I have it muted. I don't want to make your speakers go crazy. Live Monday through Friday, YouTube.com/the stock market. Okay, we are gonna be here every day, even tomorrow. I don't know. I said I might even skip tomorrow, but I don't think I'm gonna skip tomorrow. I think I'm gonna be there. I don't know. Maybe we'll play 2K or something. I don't know. It's gonna be a normal day, and honestly, I mean that's what we're gonna talk about. We have data. We actually have a lot of things we need to get into. Yeah, baby, we live. But before I get into any of that, let me say good evening to the Chad, baby. What's up, baby? JB, tell him what's up. Good evening, baby. What's up? Amir, Gus Gonzalez, Noah, Brian, Star, Jess Jacobs, John, Dago, Canada, Andrea, Anza, Mr. Malone, Sunkiss Yogi, Malcolm, Ricardo. God bless you, man. Let's go, game. Man, that's what I'm talking about. See? Am I too hyping? Hello, good morning, good evening. Good evening, Asher. Good evening, Denny. Good evening, Tom. Welcome. Welcome, Ale. Welcome, Wajan. Good evening, Marcus Hanlon. How are you doing? Do you guys, I don't know, do you want like an evening mode? Do you want a hype mode? Like, how you want to do this, man? They said I was quiet today, bro. You know, I think the mic is still turned up. I think, I almost choked on my own hair. That sound weird. I got a hairball, but it's not. Anyways, Chad, don't let me get distracted. I hope you guys are having a good evening. It's beautiful to see you. So hit that thumbs up, baby. Let's go. It's a watch list. Oh, you got Midwest right now? Oh, Midwest in the E. Y'all just got real estate told. Come on. Let's go. MPW. Oh, I don't have the pre. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into all of it. But Chattadonia, let's talk a little bit about today. I'll get into the keys, but you can see it here on the chart, man. You had a little bit of a pop, a lock, and then you went crazy. We're going to talk about this, but as far as what happened data-wise, there really wasn't anything. There was a good 7-year auction, and every single one of these outsized bond auctions, they were actually good this week, so that was some good news. Other than that, it was nothing, and literally yesterday we dropped on nothing, and we popped up, and you've recovered all of it out of nowhere. But if anything, there was the Japanese yen. It was dying overnight, and then it got so low, hit another low that all of the Japanese Bank of Japan officials, they started talking about intervention, and it was borderline verbal intervention, and then it went up, and then a couple of headlines here and there for companies, a couple of upgrades. You had a big drug approval with Merck, but besides that, it wasn't much. But the movement, man, this is what I was saying all day today. It was exactly the same as the last couple of days, but this time it was in reverse. So last couple of days, if you weren't familiar with what we've been doing, it's literally to start off the week, we've done nothing. You like gap up or gap down. We gap down on Monday, barely moved. Then right towards the end of the day, you make the big move. Yesterday, you gapped up, kind of slowly meandered lower, then end of the day, last 30 minutes, you make a big move. Today, we gap up. You actually made a decent move in the morning, and then finally you did this crazy move. Now, volume's been low, and these moves are not being driven by any news. this is that rebalancing. So next time you come in contact with a rebalancing, be familiar with these weird type of movements. Not only is it a holiday and there's holiday effects, but end of the month, end of the quarter, to get these like weird random big swings not driven by anything, this is very characteristic of one of these rebalances. So I think you had the exact same thing that you had yesterday, but it was in reverse. Instead of melting down at the end of the day, we just melted up. So I do think tomorrow is going to be very similar to that. It will be one of these rebalance days, and that could leave us anywhere. But now this is the only interesting part I will say about this week. How many of you guys remember us pricing in what was going to happen? Like I've been saying, this option chain has been very accurate. We've been using it for events. Even then, there was a holiday and not much. I said, let's see what the option chain was pricing in. We went in and we priced it in at the beginning of the week. It was pricing in about 0.7% from the beginning of the week, right? So we did that calculation on Monday, and then even yesterday we calculated it again, and it was about 0.67 as well, and that was after we moved a quarter. So market was pricing in about like 0.8 for the week. Well, after today's move, because you gapped up, you sold it off, you were like in the range, but you kind of went a little crazy and overshot today. It leaves you in a very interesting spot. So you got out of this little bubble here, but we were going over the option chain. We were going over what's priced in again, if you remember all of that. But the way it is now is quite simply, since Monday, we are at the top end of what was priced in. I believe on the SPX, it is like 52.52. That is like the top of where we were pricing in for like Monday practically. And then if you go look on where it was yesterday, pretty much we should have topped out around like, 522.37, I think, on the SPY. So this leaves a very interesting setup for tomorrow, because it's like you are pretty much near the top end of the range. And if we go higher, that wasn't really priced in. And the more we go, like if you go up another 0.5%, even 0.8 tomorrow, that would be a 2 standard deviation move on this holiday. But then everybody's feeling quite good. So we'll see how it plays out, but there's a lot of cushion. There is going to be a lot of room. And again, today was just a weird mix of nothing. A lot of people called it boring again, but you did finally get like moved 20, 30 points. But that being said, coming into key number 2, man, let's talk a little bit about tomorrow. What do we have, bro? You actually have a lot of data. So remember yesterday was a little bit more of the data dump. Today was pretty dry. Well, tomorrow you are going to be getting a lot more data. There's final GDP numbers, consumer spending, and consumer income. Those two are very important, believe it or not. And then consumer sentiment, pending home sales, Chicago PMI, and then on top of that, even on Friday, you get PCE and a little bit more data. Now, here's the deal. There's a lot of data tomorrow. You get the biggest data on Friday, but guess what? The market is closed. So, yes, the data comes out on Friday, even when the market is closed. But as far as tomorrow, our work is going to be cut out for us. I really think from like a little bit pre-market all the way to like 10 a.m., 10:30, you should be getting a lot of data. We're done with the bond auctions. We'll see what happens with Japan, China, everything else. And then we're going to close up, let the rest of the world do its thing, wrap up, end the quarter. I'm sure we're going to get a wicked move at one point throughout the day, and then slowly sail our way into the earnings and getting ready for summertime and all of it. But Chad, before we finalize it, before I get into anything, the final thing, man, I like to keep you guys prepared in advance. CPI is in about 2 weeks, okay? So if you really want some real action, that's where it's going to be at. Otherwise, man, we're going to be punting till Black Swan. You could kind of take it easy until then. There might be a couple of things here and there. I mean, that boat accident in and of itself was kind of a Black Swan, but not anything of the market nature. But who knows, man? So we'll see how things play out. But Chattadonia should be very simple. I will see you there live in the AM tomorrow. But now, let us get into the plays. So, right off the bat, Chattadonia, I only made one play today. It was boring, bro, but we had a good play. We had a little bit of a bottom tick. You know, they always talk about top tick, Josh. They never mention bottom tick, Josh. But play number 1, bro. NVCR, and this one is interesting. I actually have a little bit of research. I actually have 4 plays for you today, but this was a biotech, and they actually have data coming up, I believe, the 3rd week of April. So they have another set. It's like small cell lung cancer. They had good data, phase 3. They met a primary endpoint, and I was just taking advantage of the sell-off in the morning. A lot of times, biotechs like go crazy. They'll have a little sell-off and bounce. Well, literally, these guys in the morning, I mean, they had their not their earnings. They had their data readout, and they were killing it. They were up like 20 or 30% at one point. So they literally went from like $13. They were as high as like $18.40. And then market opened up. They sold off. It got halted there. It was like 20, 30 minutes after market. Got halted after the unhalt. I grabbed 500 shares at $13.37. Then it went a little lower, and then it ended up bouncing. It came down throughout the end of the day. We had some good gains on it, but I was like, hey, I'm down to swing it. And literally even for tomorrow, it's going to be a Friday. A little bit of rebalance. We'll see how it plays out. They're coming off good data. I think this thing's going to move between $13 and $18. So if you want to move her tomorrow, this one will be it. I'm going to either look to get out. Maybe we even swing it for a little bit more. Like I'm saying, they do have a follow-up catalyst here in a couple of weeks. So keep that in mind. That is play number 1. Then play number 2. Another one I'm already swinging, Marvel. So I'm still in these shares from a couple of weeks ago. I was getting clapped on those, and I was surprised how much I got clapped on them at one. I think I was down like $1,000 at one point. Well, now I'm up like 800 on them today, but they have an AI event on the 11th of April. So again, some of these plays I'm looking far ahead, but even in Marvel's case, so even though that event's on the 11th, they got to upgrade today. They outperformed. Some chip makers did good. Some kind of fell back a little bit, but they outperformed, and it was literally because of this upgrade on analysts talking about this upcoming AI event. So thought it was interesting. I was willing to ride this out for a little bit. Again, if it could get back to that pre-earnings. Remember, it dumped after earnings. Their pre-earnings was better than their actual earnings, but there's a lot of room on the table, but I think that one will be very interesting. So I am going to keep riding that out. I may want to ride it out till then. Maybe I'll hold and have it early, get some gains, and ride out till the AI event. We'll see, maybe. We'll see, Charadonia. We'll see, but that's play number 2. And then finally, mine. Actually, not finally, because I have 4 of them. Another play that I'm in, Booking, but also Airbnb. And honestly, dude, just keep in mind, earnings are around the corner. I know we're really, really far ahead, 3 weeks ahead of the banks, but then 4 or 5 weeks it's tech. But before you know it, these earnings, and then what I'm noticing in Booking, I had those shares off of earnings, and I got clapped on them, and then it's turned around, and now I was only down like $100 at one point. I think I'm down like 400. I only have 5 shares too. It's crazy. But the idea is they're all moving up, and a lot of the travel names, very interesting. Airbnb's breaking out. You've seen that in your long term. Like I said, Booking was running, had bad earnings, really sold off, and now they're coming up. Expedia had bad earnings and sold off, and then even Expedia, they were kind of outperforming today. So keep an eye on travel. Don't want to forget that one. I think it will be very interesting. And I'm not down on Marvel anymore. I'm up on it. Woohoo! Woohoo! But that's play number 3. And finally, I got one more, actually. I almost forgot about these when I was making the watch list here for you. But I got one. I got a good one, and I might have another one. I want to see how these ones play out. But let's see how it is. And this is not for the faint of heart. You will get clapped. The next one, listen, is everybody, I need you to I can't show you, honestly. These plays are too risky. I'm sorry. I need to hide it behind the like wall. I need to see at least like 250 likes in here. I need to make sure you liked it, because I can't share this level of what I'm about to show you. It's too risky. You don't want it. I need to hide it. Don't worry. Is there any questions then? I have another play. I got one more. I don't know if you want to. I don't know. Is it? Oh, I got one more, bro. So I got one more. Bro. I got one more. I'm just saying. It's a big play. I got one. It's hiding behind. I don't know if y'all. No. We could just go to questions. I don't know if y'all can y'all handle that? I don't know if y'all can handle that. I know. See, sometimes you're like, man, Josh, I wish this wasn't, because if this wasn't live, I couldn't do this to you. It's fine, man. It's cool. We'll just go back. I got the high-low ticker right now. No. It's cool, man. Y'all don't want it. I got 2 of them, bro. They're crazy. They got juice, bro. But it's too risky. You'll get. It's not for the faint of heart. I need to know your heart is not faint by liking the video. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, I don't know. Y'all ain't with me. Like the video. Y'all just run it up. Just like 5 more people like it. 5 more people. Okay. Just 5 more people. We'll just get it at 5. And also, I'll tell you this last one, man. Mm-hmm. You liked it? 273? That's what it's at. Mine still says 249.999999999 pi. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm just saying. All right. I love you, though. And it's a beautiful evening. I'll tell you, man. Play number 4. I made these today, not for the faint of heart. Be very careful. I mean it. All jokes aside, you will lose money. You will get clapped. Mata Liquid. CNTX and CARM. So biotechs with data at the end of the month and quarter. So kind of pushing it because remember, tomorrow's pretty much the last trading day. CNTX and CARM, they are on the calendar. Both in the past have reported to be announcing data by the end of quarter 1 or the end of March. So they pretty much only have a couple of days here. And what I did with them is I went a little bigger on shares because I was like, man, if this takes a while and there's any hype, both of them haven't really moved too much. I was like, man, if we could get a run up, I could sell maybe half of them and get some free biotech shares so we could play it out. So figured I'd go with that. And then CARM, this one's a little more interesting, but they have more data on April 9th. And this is where I'm saying I might get you some more plays, but April 5th through April 10th. Again, I'm telling you to look ahead. There is a cancer drug event in San Diego. So that's where CARM is going to be presenting. But a couple of other companies, I mean, it's not uncommon at these like data conventions to hear people come out with study results and things on their company. So we'll see. But like I said, these are very risky biotechs. You'll get clapped or you'll make a very, very good bag and you'll enjoy it. You never know, homie. Might need some biotechs. You need to pump your bakes and just slow, homie. But Chattadonia, that is all the plays. And like I said, only other play I made today was NVCR. Still riding. My bond plays went green. I was green on my 2-year. And then literally futures right now just flipped them negative. Other than that, my longer bond yields are up. Then a couple other names came good. And we chilling for now. And I'm still in a couple of those bio plays like JRVR. And I think that's it. The Nuve options, we sold 2 of those. We made those free. If you guys remember the Nuve, we bought those for 30 cents on the April 19th. I think we had the April 19th $35 calls. We got those a couple days ago. Well, we made those free, sold them at like, 60 cents. I think they went up to 90. And that's pretty much it. But Chad, that's all I got for you on this lovely evening. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned anything. But to further that learning, let me ask, my friends, is there any questions? What do we got, man? Any questions for the evening? No yen for now, but honestly, maybe tomorrow or next week, maybe right now. Again, I kind of like that verbal intervention, but the yen is gonna weaken unless they step in. That's just the problem. It's literally, I've been saying it subtly from day one, but like it's becoming a policy error. It was like that ceremonial rate hike, but the fact that the currency is flipping that hard the other way, and if it breaks through another one of those lows, it's getting to the point where the market is like it's not liking that. It's not changing anything, and if anything, it's going to intensify what already happened unless they're, again, equal or opposite for it. Just wasn't enough force when it's all said and done. No, I'm here to be moving. Yeah, so I think eventually it'll be there, but for now, the way I'm looking at it is Japan did nothing. Although they finally moved the first time in years and all of that, they essentially did jack shit, and that's why the currency's still vomiting, because everybody's like, they're not buying it. It's too small. It's too gradual. The path forward is still very murky, and it doesn't involve an aggressive hike, so people are still a little wait. Pfizer for April. So we get the long-term deposit tomorrow, on Monday, but I might. That's one of the only names that I'm really down on there, except like MPW and a couple others, but I'm not really in the market for some of those. So maybe we got the long-term, man. It's been crazy. So it came up, where is 170? It's at 177 today. We're like right below the highs, man. So it's kind of nuts, but we get one more deposit. Again, I can't believe it's already the end of the month. We bought MO last month. I'm probably going to get Pfizer or I'm going to get PayPal if it comes down, or I could add to Alibaba. So those are kind of my options right now. Where is it? So like Pfizer, I'm still down on it. That's why I'm like, well, because I remember I have other shares I bought a little higher. I could stack up into it. It's a good dividend, has upside in all of it. I'm still red on it. I want like 3M. It was just green, kind of went red a little bit, but that one was more deeply discounted. I would have got that if it was cheaper. Alibaba, I have 84 shares. So if I get 16 shares, I could get 100 and I'm down on it. I could also consider that, but Pfizer is the one that sticks out. I don't really want to average on Walgreens. MPW, I mean, after today, definitely not, but I do like it. MPW had good news today. So everybody was asking me today. I was sending the, what's it called to it? I was sending the AI, but MPW's news was actually very good. The news was that Steward, the troubled tenant, sold their physician network to UNH, which is kind of nuts. Again, UNH, very big healthcare company, bought one of the assets from Steward. So that gives Steward some money. Maybe they could pay back MPW, or I don't know if MPW owned a stake in there. Because remember, MPW owned a stake in some of these Steward assets, but monetizing Steward assets after everybody thought they're worthless and junk, that was a very, very good sign. So it was good. I don't think it's hype news. No, I definitely think that's material news. Again, I mean, where it could lead to, but the company still, don't get it twisted. I mean, was that the main issue right now? Yes and no, but remember last earnings, they already wrote off a lot of the losses, but they still have those maturities. So remember, they've been selling buildings and all of that. So yeah, they got to still pay the maturities, and they still got to get there. But if they can string together news, if management can string together good news here, and if it does lead to a monetized asset on MPW side, I do think it could lead to cash infusion for either MPW or Steward that will indirectly lead to them. Why do you keep mentioning Black Swan events? I feel like you've been mentioning it more often. No, because like I think that's the only. I guess I view the market very extreme. I really don't think anything is gonna happen. Everybody's lulled, and like the only way, like, you know, the market, you know, we just saw a boat crash, but you know, it moves like a boat. This boat, you know, the power shuts off, it's gonna float. Like, we're coasting upwards. That's the only difference. We're not crashing. You're going up. But I just think until we run into something, and like literally, I mean, guys like Goolsby have brought up certain things like that. They've said certain like external events and how that could impact things, and like for real, I really do think, you know, they've said it in other ways, but it makes sense unless there's like an external shock. That's another way to say Black Swan. You know, it doesn't, like, I really think it's very, it's easy to model the economy in the next 6 months, if that makes sense. Every 6 months, 6 to 9 months is pretty easy to model in the economy, especially like, well, that's what all these revisions and stuff's doing. So you could be fairly confident with where things are going to go. So I think external shock, that's the only way it'll stop us from this wild melt. Is the bridge that collapsed, is it the same one from the Netflix show? I was tripping out when I remembered yesterday. I was like, dude, remember it was a container ship in the like trailer of that? Oh, it's crazy. Thank you for being here, Steven. I'm glad that you're here, man. And I hope you got a long term. You know that? Do you guys know how many lives have been changed with the long term? So, like, for real, man, get a long term. Let's get a long term plan and strategy here. That's something you could take away here for the rest of your life, always and forever from this channel, man. You know what I'm saying? I still got it, bro. I love the long term, bro. I'm telling you. We've been doing some good things in the long term, bro. Doing some good things in the long term, bro. It's beautiful. I can't complain. Can't complain. So get a long term, man. Oh, where's the small one? Give me the small one, bro. Oh, I don't know. Were you guys here for our discussion? Were you guys there on live? I don't know. You guys, some of you may have been there. Some of you may have not. It's the evening. But we talked about it on stream. Remember, this account is $300 a month. We started it with $200 a month. But, bro, this thing hit an all-time high today. 1954. This thing's almost at $20,000. So here's the deal. We talked about this live on stream. I said, man, y'all should literally, man, if you followed along and saved, if you made $36,000 a year and you saved 10% and you watch this shit for 3 years, bro, you would have 20 grand in your bank right now in this account. And guess what? You could turn this into a house. And that's what we were talking about. I don't know if some of you would agree or not, but I said we should find a cheap house, sell the long term, and turn it into a house. So we could turn it into a small house here, or at this point, I don't know. Is it safe to say this will probably be your guys' Colt real estate? This will be Colt Compound Fund. I could put a down payment, or I'll buy you a Colt Compound cash with this account. You tell me. I don't know. Some Chads were offended by the idea. Other Chads love to explore the idea. But again, these are the accounts we built for YouTube, man. And we have one more Colt sister. I don't have it up, but, like I'm saying, man, build these, get it saved, add to it, hold, take advantage of the market. It'll go a long way. It'll go a long way. It's very exciting, man. It's very, very exciting. But, yeah, the compounding is the key, man. And that's what I'm excited of. We had a talk today about dividends. So, again, I was just telling you some of the names I want. Pfizer. That's why, too, man, I want to increase my dividends still, man. If we're almost there. If we could increase the dividends this year, get $6,000 a year in dividends, we will be getting 2 deposits on the small account. It'll be $600 a month or a year, but that's 2 free months of deposits, man. I'm telling you. And if we got there in 3 years, maybe in another 3 years, I think at that point, we'll be almost at like half a year of free deposits. Yeah, it'll be like halfway, but that's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. I think it'll grow faster at that point. It'll be exciting, baby. But yeah, any other questions, Chad? What else we got? What do you do? The long term up over 100? Just buy dips or you sell? I buy other shit. I buy investments. I buy houses, and I buy other companies or things that I want. But usually, there's no point to sell. I have a lot of money in bonds right now too. Still, I'm still taking advantage of like Bill and just literally short-term, no-risk, high-yield income off of bonds and debt like that. But for the most part, never move your money unless you have something to do with it. I really think that's one of the biggest mistakes that I see people make all the time, especially when you're young. Like, the younger you are until you and some people young is, young depends on maybe that's a mindset, but literally is people selling out and making big money changes without a real plan, selling out of a house, selling a stock, anything, but without just because they're oh, it's high or it's a lot of money and I want to make sure, I'm worried it goes there, whatever the reason may be. It's just unless there is oh, well, I'm selling to reinvest and put the money here. I want to do this. It's for this. It's if that money does not have a deployable plan almost immediately, you're probably going to run into some problems there. So that's how I've always treated the long term. Literally houses. Even Bitcoin, bro. You saw me do it with Bitcoin. I fucked up. If you think about it, remember I showed you guys the Bitcoin. We bought the Bitcoin. We flipped it out very good, and then I turned it into a house, and then I got the money back. I should have bought back into it after I flipped the house. I put it into a bond because I was oh, I'll wait. I didn't feel comfortable, but literally in waiting, Bitcoin tripled up, doubled up. There you go. Moral of this story. Ta-da. What else? March seasonality. March is a good month, man. March is good. I think, April is good. So we don't got any negative seasonality in our way. I don't think anything is literally March is usually up. So March is average return 1%. I think we might be up there. 47 up years, 27 down. And then April is up return of 1.4, 52 up years, 22 down years. So last April, 2023 was green. 2022, April, we were down 8.9. 2021, we were up 4.7. And then, the only other time was 2012? Wait, what? What the fuck did I just say? Yo, that's kind of wild. No way. Oh, no. So April might be a little crazy. 2012. Bro, do you see that? So in 2022, April was red on the S&P 500, but the only other time before that was 2012. That's nuts. 12 years ago? So 2 years ago was the last red April, but excluding that, it was over a decade. The last time April was red. So literally 2013, 1.8, 2014, 0.5, 2015, 0.86, 2016, 0.42, 27, 1.1, 2018, 0.5%, 2019, 3.6, 2020, 16.5, 2021, 4.7, and then 2023, 1.64. That's nuts. So yeah, I mean, everything, that's what I'm saying. Everything's looking good, bro. Add that to all of all of the punting, and why I'm saying unless there's an external shock, all that, dude, it's like, bro, we ain't go. Oh, wait, I can't sing that anymore. Get him, move in, move. Rapper P. Diddy was found trading stocks. He tried to blend in and pretend to be Jim Cramer. It didn't work. What? We ain't. It's a good song, man. It's a good song. We should have known, bro, but it's a good song. It's a good song. Fucking P. Diddy. That's it, man. Any questions? You want the new country song? I can't give it to you, man. It's a good one, though, man. It's a good one, man. You know? And they taught us not to hate, but that don't apply to Jesus. I don't know. No. You know, it makes sense, though, for real. They taught us not to hate, but that don't apply to Jesus for some reason. You know what I'm saying? You go around, people say don't hate. So nobody's like, you Jesus free game, you know? They don't feel me, bro. They don't feel it. The YouTube long term, we started at the end of October 2019. Oh. And then can I show you guys one more? Just one more long term for encouragement. So we started the long term in 2019, the small one. And then in 2020, the beginning of 2020, we started the big one because I literally, so it's honestly, it's a crazy progression of what happened because we made the small one, the one I just showed you, the $20,000 one. And then after about like 2 months, Chads were like, oh, it's small. It's too, because literally I was only buying like 1 share, 2 shares. We'd wait 1 month to spend $200. Y'all don't feel me, man. Y'all don't know what went into this. Amen, baby. And they were like, it's too small. So then I succumbed to the peer pressure. And then 2 months later, we were like, okay, let's make it another account 10 times bigger. And then we made the big account. And then instead of $200, I put $2,000. So then we had pretty much the same accounts, one small, one big. And that's how we got here. And then after 2020, everything went crazy. The long terms were going nuts. And then it was around like what? When was it? When was our first purchase? I forgot. When was it? I think it was. I think it was September 2021. I want to say. Yeah, I think it was right here. It was like September 2021. Everybody was making money. Anywhere you looked, everything was very, very bullish. And then my sister, she was like, I want a long term. She's like, yo, what the hell? I heard about this. I even gave her like crypto, And then she was like, yeah, I want stocks now, finally, after knowing me my whole life. And so I was like, all right. She wanted to FOMO in at all-time highs. So I said, let's make another long term at all-time highs. And then we made Colt Sister at the previous all-time high. And that is this account right here. And then she has done $200 a month for the last, 2 years now? Almost 3. And she has never raised her deposit. So she does not believe in raising her deposit. Fucking San Francisco. So she will not raise her deposit. It's $200 a month. But this is, and then again, though, like I'm saying, like this account's crazy, but the fact is she started this at all-time high. Like this was a FOMO account. So like at one point, I don't think you guys feel me. So like this is how the market looked when we made this account. No, okay, didn't. Okay, I messed it up. Let me try that again. Hold on. Y'all don't feel me. This is how it looked when she made her account. So this is, you were just straight at the highs, baby. At the highs. It's a good account though. So again, that just like anybody else, but like again, this account was down a lot though too. So she missed out on a couple plays because she wasn't down with them like when it all went down. So imagine she was up, like I'm telling you, she got clapped on all of this and then it all came back. But at the end of the day now, a little bit of time, it's good. Like I think there's only 3 plays red. She's down 3% on Baba, 4% on Altria, and then 16% on Walgreens. And like, I mean, dollars wise, $100 on Walgreens and then $5 on Baba and $5 on O. But it's crazy, but time, man. So this was another small account there too. So ladies and gentlemen, get the long term. The first stock I think we got her was Uber, and then she got mad at me because she said Uber does not treat their employees good, and she said they're an evil company. And the irony is that is her number one performer. I guess she's up 100%. Netflix is her best, but that 100% is like her biggest dollar gain in her account. So I always thought that was the irony. Powell, I mean, we'll see what happens. Powell is on Friday, but Powell and PCE, the market's closed on Friday. Started 1K, I'd do the same thing, man. I'd buy I'd find like 3 stocks, 300 each, and then add little by little every month, and then slowly build around those, and then just go from there and start with value. And then here's the beauty. Sometimes if you're starting with a small account and the account's smaller, the beauty sometimes is that you could buy some of this stuff with more premium because your position is going to be more flexible as your account gets bigger and you add more to it. So you, in a weird way, you got more flow. CSG sister. No. It's crazy, but then, bro, all of these accounts are nuts, man. Like, again, the YouTube account, even Cold Sister, bro. Like, even just this little fucking November, October rally, bro. Absolutely insane, man. I'm telling you, it's nuts. It's nuts, man. Mine, I mean, we have the YouTube and the Fidelity, so I have to log out to log back into the other one. But we have another Schwab account, and then I have this Fidelity. And those are the other 2 accounts. So we have 3 in total. Again, one was started later. 2 accounts are small, $200, $300 a month deposits, and then the other one's a $3,000 a month deposit. So again, we have a deposit coming in on Monday, and we were even talking a little bit on the first ones. How do you mentally prepare yourself going back and forth with shares and contracts? Well, I mean, sometimes like when I'm doing day trades and flips, I'll use shares. I mean, I've traded a lot, so I'm very familiar with it. But like when it comes to like separating long term from like gambling, I've firmly like that's easy. You have to like you don't have to mentally prepare yourself. You have to make a decision. That's like a commitment for Christ. You know what I'm saying? It like, if any, I'm telling you, it eases my mind. I always know, like, think about it. Like, bro, even then, you guys watched me build it in front of you. We have now, even then, like 170 grand, another 20 grand just always working for us no matter what. So I'm firmly like, when it comes to the long term, when I make a long term decision, there's a reason why I don't change my mind, why I have the rules that I have, because it's peace of mind. It's easy. It's just it's a way of life, borderline. And once it's there, I don't even mix them. There's nothing really to worry or stress about. The big one was started beginning of 2020. Long term. So if you guys even go to this channel and you go, or even on the live channel, but if you go to the community tab, so like go to this channel here, click right here, and go to community, It has a screenshot. I mean, I just had it up here, but it'll show you all the accounts. So this one, the big one, the Fidelity, that one's like 170 or 180 almost. Then here's the YouTube, $200 a month. And then here's Colt Sister. The YouTube's $300. This one's $200 a month. And that's it. No options in the long term. No, I'll do covered calls, but yeah, no, man. Y'all gotta like decide. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to just decide in your life. Like, you gotta grow up one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta grow up, move out. You gotta become a man, and by becoming a man, it means you're gonna have a long term, and that long term is just gonna be a long term. You know what I'm saying? It's just you're gonna save, you're gonna put money in there, and you're not gonna you're not gonna gamble with it, you're not gonna speculate. It's not gonna be making no action on it. Just you're gonna buy it and hold it, and it's gonna grow with you alongside. It's gonna be your savings, and like I think this is a rite of passage of your manhood, man, for real. And like and that's it. And like that's because someone's asking me, they're like, how do you mentally prepare? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, there's nothing to prepare about. Like, this is just like, this is how you do it. You know, and like, this is just all it is. And like, you just separate them. You make your decisions. You put it in its own category, its own lane. You take care of it, handle it, water it consistently. And then everything else is separate. And that way too, when one thing is when you make an action to the long term, it's exclusive of everything else. And that's why, you know, don't tie it to anything and don't bring it into anything. And that's why, if you do it like that, you're good. And then, like I said, man, you know, one day, you know, you got to just grow up and have an account that you're not gambling in. Just have an account that sits there and ages, baby. Ages like fine wine. Like fine wine, baby. Amen, amen. You have fun with the trading, but marry the long term. Amen. I hope you get it, man. I hope you get it. It's a tough one sometimes. With Chad? Anything else? Anything else, baby? Run them likes. Well, thank you guys already for the likes. Thank you for being here, man. I hope you guys have a great evening. You know that. I don't have a philo for you, but I can remind you, man, you are blessed. And, you know, man, when you just take time to clear your mind and relax, bro. You know, like, bro, have you noticed it? I've been telling y'all, man, like, for real, just, like, drop your shoulders, clear your mind. Like, I know there's a lot to think about. Take the lawn. I know, man, just stare blankly. I want you to stare blankly, empty your mind. Think about nothing except dropping your shoulders and letting your shoulders fall. That's all you got to do, bro. And I've been saying that, right? I've been saying that to y'all lately. Have y'all noticed every day I say that on stream during the market, bro, somebody's like, bro, I needed that so bad. And somebody, I'm telling you, man. I know, I'm telling you, man, it happened to me. I was sitting there and I did it, bro. And, like, it felt good. I felt like, wow, like, it was like I was reincarnated because I was like, damn, my shit was tight, bro. I needed to just drop the shoulders and, like, really relax, bro. Like, what are you stressing about? And calm down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do that, man, you're going to be good, man. You're going to be good. So you do that. That's all. Anything else, man? What else we got, man? You got anything else for me? Any other final questions, Chattadonia? We've been here for 45 minutes already. Oh, we partying. We party, huh? Take time, baby. The next country, I don't know, man. Are you talking about this one? Oh, yeah.
Hey, Xavier. Why the people in the government pay more than the teachers? Why they always want my money? Both the liberals and preachers separate the church and state. But devil on my speakers and they told us not to hate. But don't apply to Jesus, I don't know, no. I got a couple questions. If I said them all out loud, then you would treat me different. Whoa. I got a couple questions. Can you tell me anybody where I should direct? Why the people in the government pay more than the teachers? Why they always want my money? Both the liberals and preachers separate the church and state. But devil on my speakers and they told us not to hate. But they don't apply to Jesus, I don't know, no. I got a couple questions. If I said them all out loud, then you would treat me different. Whoa, I got a couple questions. Can you tell me anybody where I should direct? Read a book about a man. He would travel many places you could find.
That's it. Y'all ain't getting none of that, man. That's it, man. I like it, bro. It's for real, though, man. You know what I'm saying? Why the people in the government paid more than the teachers. Why they always want my money. Both the liberals and preachers separate the church and state, but the devil on my speakers. And they taught us not to hate, but that don't apply to Jesus. Oh, man. I can't wait till I get an F-350, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? You know, my girlfriend's a liar, bro. She a liar. We came back to it. I came back the other day. We were talking about cars, and she still be looking. I was like, man, your car got ate by a rat. You gotta get a new car. And I was like, let's do the F-350. And then she was like, no. And I was like, what? And I was like, I got it. I was like, yeah, let's do it. And she lying. She capped. I want an F-350 now. I told her. I said, I want an F-350. I saw one. I saw a really cool one. She's like, you could get one. I'm not getting one. You could get one. Well, anyways. Chattadone, I hope you feeling good, man. I hope you feeling good. Oh. I'm kind of thinking, should we do one more Japanese yen before we leave? Or should we do it tomorrow morning? Or should we do it for after hours? I gotta go, though. It's time. Or do we? Do we? We do one more yen? Save it for the stream. Coin flip. Oh, we can hit the coin. I'm down. It's not even top tier. This shit's at like fucking 30-something year low, dog. How the fuck I'm still top this for 30 years? Heads, we do it. Tails, we fall back. Oof. I like the price and I don't. But I feel like we're going to wake up to some craziness. All right, one more yen. Add it to the basket. I love you, Chad. God bless you. We'll see where that one is. Oh, wait. Should we do like an MNQ for the melt up also? I forgot. It's already melted up, though. Yeah, MNQ didn't move. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Do you want MNQ for the melt up or no? Oh, but we just did the... Oof, but it's still high. I'm afraid of heights. No, I'm good. I'm good with that, dog. Thank you. No. MNQ. I was going to do the NQ, but no. No. I'm scared of heights. I forgot. It's up there. No, I'm good with the yen. It's a mini, though. I don't care. I'm mini, though, and I pack a big punch. You know what I'm saying? I'm 5'6", man. You wouldn't even know it. Anyways, I love you. God bless you. Thank you for being here, Chad. But that is your watch list. I'll see you in the AM, baby. God willing. So have a good night, baby. Wake up and drive. Okay? Wake up and drive and go to bed peaceful. Thank you for being here once again. I love you all, Chad. And peace out. Horna. Let's go. Oh, yeah, you get it live. You get a live fresh horn, baby. Have a wonderful evening, y'all. Peace.